Well, good evening, folks, or good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Quincy Kane here, and this is live stream number 70. And as you can probably tell, I'm in a different location. For those of you who don't know, I do these streams at my church, and I actually do them in the hallway at my church. One second. It's a fairly simple place to set up, and I think it's kind of close to the router. So I think I get a stronger internet signal there. But that particular area of the church is right next to the sanctuary, which is undergoing some renovations right now. So they've torn up the carpet. We've gotten the pews out of there. We're getting a new carpet. They've been painting. They're going to put new chairs in there and things like that. So that area is kind of under a lot of work right now. So I am currently in the fellowship hall. I'm right underneath, like where we usually do it. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. It's been kind of a weird setup. I was working on a lot of stuff today, kind of got in a little late, and had to figure out like how to do my setup here. And we'll see how it goes. I will say the lighting down here is probably a lot better. I've got all these. The whole room is just a bunch of fluorescent lights. So pretty well lit. I don't know if I particularly like this angle or anything like that, but I just kind of had to settle for what I could come up with. But yeah, so that's why we didn't have the stream last week. We're going to try things today, kind of see how they go. And yeah, I just figured we'll just hang out, just chat. I'll play a few songs for you guys. If you all have any requests for any songs of mine, feel free to make them and I'll play them for you. Stan requested Waking Up, so we're going to play that in a moment. I think I'm going to start off with an instrumental, though, because like I said, usually I've got the church to myself, but I can hear some people upstairs. I don't know how well they'll be able to hear me, but I'm always a little scared to sing when other people are in the building, because you guys can hear all the music. Y'all get to hear the guitar and the backing track and all that stuff. But anyone who's just in the building, they're just going to hear this like random person singing their heart out, and it's like, what is going on? And, so we'll see. So I'll see if, I'll try an instrumental first, and then maybe they'll leave, and then we'll do some singing. So, but yeah. If you're just joining us, don't be shy. Say hello. Let me know what you've been up to. Let me know if you got any plans for the weekend coming up. And yeah, this first one is an instrumental. Hope you like it. This one's called Ascension. go. Again, that song was called Ascension. Whoop. Forgot about my backing tracks. Yeah, that song's called Ascension. You can find that song available on Spotify and AppleMusic and all that stuff, you know. You can download it for free from my Bandcamp if you'd like. So, let's see what's going on in the chat here. Hey, Master, I don't know if that's Shonuff? Shonuff? Let's see here. Yep, thanks for joining us. So let's see here. Rock them out. Sounds great. Stan, thank you to Stan. Glad to know it's sounding good out there. Yeah, hopefully it sounds all right, because I got to be honest, for some reason my headphones are sounding a little weird. It's almost like the bass has been boosted or something like that. So, Shonuff. Gotcha. Master Shonuff. Well, we're glad to have you with us, and I appreciate your picture, your icon. What is that? Mojo Jojo? Is that his name? I think if I remember correctly, from Powerpuff Girls. But let's see. I'm liking the new moves you got going. I don't know if I have any new moves. Master Shonuff says, I wish I didn't suck. Do you mean at guitar or something else? All I can say is if there's something you're not very good at, don't be upset about it. Just, you know, keep working at it, and just enjoy the journey. You know, enjoy learning about whatever it is you're trying to get better at. So, you know, if it is guitar, I don't know if that's what you were referring to. But if it is guitar, it's like, I know it can be kind of intimidating to just see someone. Okay, so yeah, at guitar, I know it can be intimidating to see someone who's like really good and like, man, you know, that seems so far away from me. But like, you don't have to shred to have fun at guitar. Like, when I first started playing guitar, all I really knew how to play was a power chord. And hey, Daniel, thanks for joining us. Good to have you. Yeah, that's great. That's all you need. You said, it's true. I love guitar to death. And as long as you love it, just have fun playing it. And when I was first learning, all I learned were power chords, which is just this simple shape that you can play pretty much anywhere on the guitar. And that was enough for me to start songwriting. And that's my favorite thing to do in the world, you know? And just over time, like, I would learn new tricks and techniques from other guitarists. And that just became more tools for me to use in my songwriting. So, you know, it's like, yeah, it can always be a little, I don't know, I don't want to say discouraging, but, you know, you see someone who's like really good and it's like, oh man, I'm nowhere near that good. But again, you don't have to actually be that good to have fun with guitar and enjoy it. And just set goals for yourself, you know, whatever you're trying to work towards, just kind of, you know, take the next step. What's something that you could work on that would get you a little closer to that? And over time, you can develop that ability and get there. So let's see. Mojo is the greatest villain since Rose O'Donnell. Yeah, that's probably true. You know, so we'll see. Daniel, how are you doing? Just to get you guys up to speed, you might notice I'm in a different location. For those of you who don't know, I do these live streams at my church because the internet is faster here than it is at my home. And I typically do them in the hallway at the church, which is why a lot of people comment. They're like, why do you have a water fountain in your room? It's because I'm in the hallway at my church. But currently, our church is undergoing some renovations in that particular area of the building. So that's why I didn't have a stream last week, but I'm trying one this evening, and I'm in the fellowship hall right now, so I'm like right underneath the area where I normally do streaming and stuff. So I think the lighting is definitely better down here. I don't know. You know, it's not the normal setup that I usually use. Like, I was a little late getting started, kind of figuring things out. I don't know if I would do this particular area. It's a huge room, so there's like, you know, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure what the best spot to pick would be. So I just kind of, you know, I didn't have a lot of time to set up, so I just went with like the first thing that worked. So let's see here. Yeah, Daniel says, doing pretty good. Been a long past couple days, yeah. Master Shonuff saying, I can play Paul Gilbert-esque licks, but chords are hard for me. My fingers are big. Yeah, I'm sure chords would be a little tricky with big fingers, but I'm pretty sure there are, guys who can do it. And I know that there are definitely things, I'm sure there are tips, like you could probably even look up, guitar tips for big fingers or something like that, and I bet there are people who talk about that. I bet that's, um, I bet that's an issue that a lot of other musicians would kind of comment on. I'm pretty sure there's pros and strengths for anything. Like for me, I have pretty small hands, and so my reach might not be as wide as some people. But I've worked on that. I've worked on my dexterity, so I can actually reach pretty far, even though my hands are quite small. I remember I had a guitar student once, and she was complaining about her hands being small, and was like, "I can't reach that. My hands are too small." I was like, well, I can reach it, and my hands are small. And she's like, "Yeah, but mine are smaller." And we held our hands up, and they were almost the same exact size. So, the only difference was I just, I had worked them and I had developed that dexterity. Now, that's not going to be the same solution necessarily for someone with bigger hands. But I'm sure there are certain things. I don't know if maybe you would look at getting a guitar with a wider neck or something like that to sort of be a bit more comfortable for you in doing that kind of thing. But I'm sure there's some solutions out there, and all of us, there's always going to be certain things that are kind of a challenge because of, our physique, and it's just learning how to adapt and work the best we can with what we've got. Daniel says, "Yeah, I saw that you were going to be streaming somewhere else." Yep, I think I mentioned that when I was promoting the stream. So we'll see how things go. Definitely kind of a different setup, but I'll try to make it work. Let's see. I don't know how people do chords with big hands. Yep, kind of the same issue. Stanley's asking, Shonef, how old are you? But how do you keep from hitting the other strings doing the more difficult chords? Is there an exercise you use? I've been playing guitar 14 years and haven't much bothered with chords because it doesn't come easy for me. So I don't bother. Well, I would say, that's the one thing is it's definitely, with anything, not even just guitar playing, it's always a little bit easier to gravitate towards the things that kind of come naturally, that you're good at. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I do think at some point, if you're trying to get better at a certain skill, you do have to address the weaknesses. For example, for myself, I could use a bunch of examples, but I enjoy skateboarding, and I think the main thing is there's so many different ways to skate, and so the first thing you want to do is just skate the stuff you enjoy, do what you like. But at some point, you're going to find weaknesses, and if you want to get better, you just got to start doing that. So for example, let's see here, what I want to skate is I want to jump down big stuff like stairs, and I want to be able to do tricks downstairs and things like that. So it's like doing the smaller ledges is a little bit easier, and I could stay there, but if I want to actually get good at jumping down stuff, then at some point I just got to do it. You just got to work towards it. That's the only way you actually get better at it. And so, yeah, I would say, if chords are tough, they're probably going to stay tough until you kind of start trying to get better at them. And the only tip I can really give as far as exercises, it depends on what kind of chords you want to play and what you even need chords for. I would maybe just say find a song that you enjoy that has some chords and maybe start with that and just try to learn those chords for that song and try to find a way that works for you. If you're using power chords, all I can really suggest is I think your fingers can actually overlap more than you think. You might be surprised. Your fingers can actually touch a lot of other strings because sometimes you want to mute those other strings in your guitar playing. I'm trying to think. So, if we're just looking at standard chords, so this G major chord, my middle finger, I don't want that to touch anything. So that I would have to try to use the very tip of my finger and try to push up as best as I can, pushing up on my knuckle so that my finger is looping over, kind of arcing over the strings. You don't want you don't want to flatten your finger like that because it's going to interfere with the rest of the chords. So you've got to let your finger arch like that. And part of creating that arch, you might have to let your palm come out further from under the neck. You know, if your palm's all the way back here, you're not going to have that that mobility. You know, if you push your palm out more, now I've got all this space. See that? So if my palm's back here, I don't have any space with my finger. But if I push my palm out, now I have a little more space to be precise with the tip of my finger and not letting it get in the way. So then the next string, the pointer finger, so we don't want this to touch any of these other strings, but it's actually okay if this pointer finger touches the string above it because that string is already being played by the middle finger, so it's not going to affect anything. So if you have big fingers, you might lean more towards sort of the upper part of the string, you know? You've got a little bit of wiggle room there because the string is already muted. And then you want to leave these strings open. The ring finger would go here. And again, the ring finger, you know, if you've got really big fingers, you could just compromise and just leave that string open and just play the very last string, you know, like kind of modify the string a little bit, or the chord a little bit. And even if you were to play that, your pinky would be right there. You know, it's kind of, so it's okay if your ring finger touches that bottom string. You could even play that bottom string with the same finger if that helps, you know. So, you know, just little tricks like that, kind of finding workarounds for creating it. So, so yeah, so hopefully that's, you know, a few little tips to kind of get you started off. Let's see. Stan says he likes the plant in the background. Yeah, I kind of, when I was choosing quickly, I was like, oh, that might be nice. I was halfway tempted. There's some water fountains down here. I was like, I got to make sure I got a water fountain in frame. But I decided to, I was trying to go with what would be good for the lights because I wanted to take advantage of the lighting down here. The lighting down here is a lot better than in the hallway where I usually go. So, oh yeah, the plant looks like it needs water. Maybe I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if it's real, to be honest. It's kind of, well, it does look a little withered on the leaves and stuff. So maybe it is real, but I don't know. Like I don't know who waters that thing. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that plant. I just thought some green would be a nice background. Let's see here. Yeah, bar chords, you can, let's see. Cool. Okay, yeah, I was trying to kind of move my hand over a little bit, so hopefully that helps. And then, you know, as far as bar chords go, I mean, bar chords I feel like are actually a lot easier because, you know, you're not having to play any open strings and stuff. So, and especially your one finger can just bar the whole thing. And again, if you had trouble getting your two fingers in there like that, you might just be able to use one and just push down like that or something. You know, that might work, might not. I'm not sure, but worth experimenting with. So, but yeah, hopefully that gives you a few little tips. I have YouTube vids of me playing. I post them so I can get nice. So I can get nice, caring insults about my guitar sounding like a Fisher-Price toy. Thanks for not judging me for being backwards. Well, I'm sorry if people have kind of said, you know, said anything to interfere with you. I mean, again, if you enjoy guitar playing, just you know, keep doing it. You know, it's like, and keep doing what's fun. And if there are, you know, for me, I enjoy, like when I love something, like I want to be good at it, and I enjoy the process of learning and trying to better myself. So, you know, if there's something you're a little insecure about, like if people are saying your guitar, you know, maybe they're talking about the guitar tone or something, then maybe just kind of look up like, okay, well, maybe there's some way I can improve my guitar tone. And again, YouTube is such a great resource. You can learn anything on YouTube. And so maybe you can look them up and just see like, you know, how to improve guitar tone or something like that, and find some ways to you know, kind of see. Yeah, so I've had contacts for a while. Daniel says, you got contacts on, Quincy? Where are your glasses? Yep. And I don't know, it's funny, like I I kind of prefer contacts, but a lot of times I'm too busy to put them in, like my day's already started. I've got my glasses on. I'm like, I can see, let's just go. But I'll be honest, for these streams, I'm kind of trying to make an effort to dress up a little bit more, so rather than just looking like I just showed up to, I'm trying to kind of make myself a little more presentable, for kind of the showmanship of it. So, just little steps and tiny improvements and stuff. It's kind of the same thing, like, certainly when I play actual live shows, but it's something I'm trying to implement with a lot of my content. So not just the live streams, but, any video, whether it's, basically when I put out a new video, I'm just trying to kind of look a little better for the camera and stuff. So yeah, so rocking the contacts today, and most likely gonna keep wearing contacts for videos and streams and stuff. If I'm wearing glasses, you'll know that either I was just really busy that day or just too tired to put my contacts in. So but trying to make an effort. So don't mind it. Doesn't bother me a bit. It kind of lights a fire under. Yeah, yeah. If it kind of, hey, yeah. If it's something like that, kind of puts a fire on you. That way to turn it into a positive. That's for sure. That's good. You don't have to pay me to judge your playing, but I'll try to. I tell you what, I'll make a little note. Give me just a second. You said you have videos on your YouTube channel, right? So I'll make a little note to check out. Master show enough, and I'll just put YouTube guitar critique or something like that, but yeah, if you've got some videos on YouTube, I'll try to swing by and I'll I can just kind of give you some feedback and hopefully some helpful stuff that can help you out. YouTube guitar critique. Yeah, I mostly wear them at work, but when I get home, my eyes are heavy and I just want to wear glasses. Yeah, for sure. They can be, like, I definitely like them, especially because I'm a pretty active person. So, like, here's when I chose to get contacts. It was actually, we were playing volleyball with some friends and family, and we were in a sand pit, and I actually love volleyball. It's like one of my favorite sports to play or whatever. And we were playing, and someone spiked the ball, and it hit me in the face, and my glasses fell into the sand. And that was the moment I was like, I think I want to get contacts, And I remember the first time I got them, I was like, oh my gosh, these are amazing. It's just like, it's almost like your eyes are cured, except for, when you do wear them for a while, like, they can start to be a little irritating to your eyes, and that's when it's like, yeah, I just want to get these out and wear my glasses. But yeah, I do love contacts. So, what got me interested in guitar? So for me, let's see here. I took piano lessons for a long time, but it was kind of just one of those things that my parents signed me up for. Like, it wasn't something like I really wanted to do, but I wasn't against it. They're just like, hey, we're gonna start teaching you piano, and I'm like, okay, and I just kind of did it. But I didn't really like a lot of piano music, at least at the time. Like, all I liked was sad, pretty music, and I didn't know how to find that. Most of the piano music I heard, I just didn't really like it. So my cousin got me into skateboarding, and so we would watch skate videos and play the Tony Hawk Pro Skater video games, and a lot of that had a lot of like punk rock and just really, like 80s rock and really aggressive, high energy music, and I was just I really liked the way that sounded. And so my cousin, I tried a couple times to learn guitar. I remember going to a boys' camporee, kind of like a church event thing, father-son kind of thing. And some of the guys would show me guitar chords around the campfire, but then the next day I would forget where my fingers go, It was just so tough. But my cousin showed me the power chord, which is just the same shape, and you can play it pretty much anywhere on the guitar. So that was great. It was like, all right, I can remember that, and now I'm playing guitar. It was satisfying to learn something like that. Like if you learn a G chord, that's all you got. It's just one chord, But if you learn a power chord, you can literally start playing anywhere, and you can start playing chord progressions. So to me, that was so satisfying. So I would try playing these songs that I'd heard, these like punk rock songs or these like, 80s rock songs. I'd be like, hey man, check it out, I'm playing TNT by AC/DC, and I'd play it for him. But I didn't own any of that music, so I was playing completely from memory. Like I had no reference of how it went. I was just kind of trying to remember how it went. And let's see here. So I went to show him, and he was like, that's not right. You're playing it wrong. That's not how it goes. And I kind of just got tired of him telling me that I was playing everything wrong. And so I had this idea. I was like, I know. I'll just start making up my own songs. That way he can't tell me I'm playing it wrong. And so that's when I started songwriting. So pretty much for the first like 3 years of my guitar playing, if I wanted to play guitar, I had to make up something to play. But that was fine because I love doing it. That's my favorite thing to do in the world is songwriting. So that's kind of how I started playing guitar, how I started songwriting. And just over time, I would pick up little tricks from other guitarists, learn new techniques and things. And that just became more tools to write music with. And even whenever I heard a song I liked, I wouldn't say, most people would say, hey, I like that song. I want to learn how to play it. Whenever I heard a song I liked, I would say, man, I like the way that sounds. I want to write something like that. And so I would just use songs to inspire me to write my own, thing, and just try to kind of imitate that sound as best I could. So that's kind of what got me interested. Okay, so they're on a different channel. I'll leave the links here. Thanks, man. Getting a phone call, BRB. I'm actually new here. I have never seen this channel. I just kind of ended up here, but I'm definitely subscribing. Well, thanks. I definitely appreciate that. So I am, as far as genres go, I mean, I pretty much like anything in the rock genre. It could be like, really just kind of light rock, or it can be really heavy, like aggressive metal. My style of music, if you're new to this channel, I'm a solo artist. I'm a recording artist. I write and record my own songs, and I like a lot of different styles of music, but currently I am promoting myself as a metalcore artist or an alternative metal. So I don't know if you heard the first song or if you missed it. I'll play a song in a moment here, but yeah, I play kind of metalcore, alternative metal stuff. Some of my biggest influences are, for this particular sound, are bands like Chevelle, Flyleaf, and Killswitch Engage. I've been told that some of my stuff kind of sounds like Tool a little bit. Maybe a little bit of Deftones. I wouldn't say those are inspirations of mine, but maybe indirectly some of my stuff kind of sounds like their things. Trying to think. I mean, I have a lot of influences that might not be as obvious, so we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of the genre. So I mean, I hope you like metal, because if you like metal, maybe you'll like some of my stuff. And all my music, I have released songs. All my music's available on Spotify and AppleMusic. You can download my songs for free from Bandcamp. There's a website called Bandcamp.com. And I have a profile there. I've got links to all this stuff on, you can find it anywhere on my YouTube channel or on my social media. And yeah, I've got links to my music, and on Bandcamp you can download my songs for free. And speaking of songs, I actually just released a new song. I'm hoping to post the video soon. I think you guys can expect a new video from me on Monday. That's what I'm anticipating. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to post it on Monday. But I just released a new song called Erase Myself. I'll play that for you guys later. Some of you have heard the song, but I finally recorded it, released it, and I've got a one-man band playthrough. So that's the thing, too. I write and record all my own music, and so I'll release videos of me playing all the instruments. So I sing, I play guitar, but I also play bass and I play drums. So it's a video of me performing the song and playing all the different instruments in the song. So yeah, so if you check out my music, that's a new song that I just released. You'll find that on Spotify. It's up now. So I'll be you'll be seeing a lot of promotion for that pretty soon. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. So I see, here's the link to one of my vids, by the way, but I'm not seeing a link in the chat. I don't know if the chat... Yeah, I don't know if they'll let you post links in the chat. Like maybe YouTube doesn't allow that or something. I mean, you could try it, and I'll try it later or something. But right now, I'm not seeing a link for anything. But if it doesn't work on the chat, you can you can message it to me. You can, on social media, so either Instagram or Facebook or something like that, you can message it to me. You could email it to me. You should be able to find my email. I'll actually have a link to my my email list at the end of this, and you can email me the link and I'll check it out. But let's see here. So Daniel's requesting Say That It's Over. I will certainly play that for you. Was learning how to write a full song difficult? Yeah, it takes some practice, but I love it. Maybe we'll talk about some songwriting in a little bit if you want any help with that, because again, I could talk about songwriting forever. Stanley says, I was so nervous when you gave me a creative assignment. That's right. Stanley took lessons from me for a little bit, and sometimes I would do a creative assignment. And it's kind of just to give students a chance to, I definitely don't try to force it on them, but I want to give them a chance. I think some people might learn an instrument and then they don't realize that they actually, would enjoy being creative with it. They might have a gift for songwriting or something like that. So I try to give them a chance. Let's see. So when Stanley was taking guitar lessons with me, I would assign these creative assignments where I'd say, hey, write something using this technique or something like that. And but I always felt like, Stanley, I think you did a pretty good job with it. So, let's see. What song of yours do you think has the best solo? Let's see. Now, the hardest solo would probably be from my song Hard Goodbyes. So maybe I'll play that for you in a little bit, but I'll definitely play a few solos. So yeah, with that said, let me go ahead and play a few songs for you, because I am getting some requests here. All right, so first, let me play Stanley's request. He had requested that I play the song Waking Up, and then I'll play Daniel's request for Say That It's Over, and then I'll play Master Shonuf's request for a solo. I'll play a song with one of my solos in it, so give me just a second to get set up here. All right. All right, so this was Stanley's request. This is a song called Waking Up, and I have released this song, so if you like it, you can find it on all the streaming platforms out there, Spotify and AppleMusic and all that stuff. And again, it's available on my Bandcamp. But let's see here. This is kind of a softer song, so it's still a metal song, but this is kind of one of my softer songs. So here we go. It's too much effort to pull away the covers that hold me down and won't let go. It smothers me, the weight of this anxiety pressing me into my pillow. A blissful sleep, chasing lies and counting sheep. It sure is easy, but not for me. And so here I am, with all I have, waking up, facing what's in front of me. I won't back down, I can't stop now. I'm waking up so I can start to dream. I toss and turn, and tick by talk the hours burn, pleading for this night to end. A part of me begging to go back to sleep. It sure is easy, but not for me. So here I am with all I have. I'm waking up, I'm facing what's in front of me. I won't back down, I can't stop now. I'm waking up so I can start to dream. You're not worth less. You have purpose. Wake up, see it. Time to dream it. So here I am with all I have. I'm waking up, I'm facing what's in front of me. I won't back down, I can't stop now. I'm waking up so I can start to dream. So here I am with all I have. I'm waking up, I'm facing what's in front of me. I won't back down, I can't stop now. I'm waking up so I can start to dream. Thank you. That was Stan's request. That song is called Waking Up. And there goes my backing track. I think I'm a little further away from my laptop than I usually am, so it's going to take me a little longer to get there. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Thanks for taking the time. Yeah, my pleasure. It's just a YouTube short. That's fine. I'll check it out. Thanks, Stan. Yeah, Stan says he likes the build up to the end. Appreciate that. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Master Shonov says that's a beautiful friggin' guitar. This is a very special guitar to me. So believe it or not, this is actually my first guitar. I got it probably a little over 10 years ago, something like that. So I think Stan and Daniel have heard this story before, but anytime someone comments on my guitar, I got to tell it. So I grew up in a big family. My dad and my brothers all play guitar. Now they all had acoustic guitars, and it's kind of funny. I don't know. They're all kind of into mostly country music or just kind of like pop music or like contemporary stuff. I'm the only one in my family who's like really into like rock and metal and that kind of thing. And so I was interested in electric guitar. But learning to play guitar, I just all my brothers and my dad, they all had acoustic guitars, so I always had access to something to play, which I think was good for me. I think it helped me build up some finger strength because it's a little harder to fret on an acoustic guitar. And so, pretty much I would, I would play like these rock songs on the acoustic guitar, and then I was always excited to go to church because after church there was an electric guitar that I was able to play, and it always sounded, it was so satisfying to hear my songs through the electric guitar and through the distortion, and so yeah, it was always kind of nice, but I didn't have my own electric guitar for a long time, and some of my friends got them, and I would borrow those or play like my brother-in-law's, but didn't have my own. So it was shortly after I graduated, there was kind of a like a big economic drop, in our country. And my dad, we ended up, we were going through some tough times. We ended up losing our home, actually. And so some of my family had to move in with our grandmother, and I ended up moving in with my sister and her husband. So times were already kind of tough financially, but my birthday ended up coming up. I think it was my 20th birthday, if I remember correctly. And I got this this card from my parents, and I opened it up, and all this cash fell out. Sorry. So like just way too much cash for a birthday card, and I was like, "What is the deal here? That doesn't make sense." And so I was reading the card, and they were just saying how they were proud of me, and they said, and so tomorrow Dad's going to take you to Guitar Center to pick out your own guitar, and I had that just meant a lot to me, especially at the time, and so I kind of had an idea what guitar I was going to get. I always forget to tell this part of the story, but I always wanted a blue guitar, and I kind of wanted, like, I don't know if you can see that this guitar has this kind of like almost this like liquidy effect. I don't know what you call it, but I wanted a blue guitar like that because it kind of reminded me of water. And my friend ended up getting a guitar like that. He's like, "Dude, I got this guitar." He's like, I liked the way it looked. It reminded me of water. And I was like, I wanted a guitar like that. But one day I went to a Guitar Center, and there was this like vault room. It's like I guess it's like a soundproof room, and it had all these guitars. But in the middle, it had this guitar and this like spotlight down on it. And I just thought, man, that is a beautiful guitar. If I ever got a guitar, I would probably get that guitar. And so sure enough, when Mom and Dad said they were going to take me to Guitar Center to get one, that was the guitar. This was the guitar I had in mind. So I went and got it. This is a Schecter Hellraiser Solo 6 is the name of this guitar, but Schecter, I think Schecter is a great brand. I love their guitars. They make some really, really beautiful looking guitars. So, but yeah, so this guitar means a lot to me. It's kind of funny, like I'd been playing guitar since I was like 12, and I didn't get my first guitar until I was 20. And yeah, so I'm 31 now. So yeah, I've had this guitar for a little over 10 years, and yeah, I love it. So so thank you. Let's see here. Good voice. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was actually a little worried I was kind of struggling on that song. And that's right. Yep, there's a little, the song kind of is a bit of an escalation, kind of builds up. And then, yeah, just kind of this heavy release at the end there. Let's see here. Thanks, Stan. It is law. And it looks brand new. Yeah, I've tried to take good care of it. It's I don't know. I've definitely been very careful not to like bump it. I've got like one little nick on the neck, and it's actually really hard to spot unless the light hits it just right. So thankfully, yeah, I haven't had too much trouble. I mean, if you look at like the bridge, there's kind of some a little bit of nasty stuff in there, and usually whenever I change the strings, I'll try to kind of like wipe it down and stuff. So. Church guy who loves metal. I have entered YouTube's Twilight Zone, I think. Well, God is indeed good. That's beautiful. Yeah, thanks. Let's see. I mean, I don't know. There's definitely, I mean, that's kind of a, don't know where to go with that topic exactly. Trying to think where to start with this. Because, me and my friends, we grew up in church, and there were, Christian targeted labels. There were labels with bands that identified as Christians, and there were heavier bands. Bands like August Burns Red, and at the time Under Oath and Haste the Day, and so that was a lot of stuff we had listened to, and yeah, I mean that's probably kind of like a deeper topic. I don't think I think music's just music, like metal is just a sound, like, what, that's just a distorted guitar, like if I play, a chord, like this is a C, and then I add that distortion, it's just the sound. It's really just the lyrics that have kind of like a meaning or an intent behind them. And so, as far as my beliefs go, definitely, the lyrics are kind of what I kind of keep an ear out for. And, so, I have to be a little careful with what I listen to, but most of the music I listen to, the lyrics are fine. And certainly my own lyrics, I try to kind of typically have, there's a lot of negative stuff out there in any style of music, but in my lyrics I try to have kind of a positive message behind everything. I like songs that encourage and motivate people, and also songs that kind of like I'll try to acknowledge something that is challenging, but usually with an optimistic kind of mindset of overcoming that challenge. But Yep, Schecter and Jackson. Yeah, I really like Jackson's too. I think they make great guitars. I keep getting phone calls. I got to head out. I can't wait to check out your music. I'll be around. Have a great day, brother. Master Shonuff, I really appreciate you stopping by. Again, I do these streams every Thursday, or at least I try to. So, definitely stop by and yeah, check out some of the music. I hope you find a few songs that you like. And again, there's the new one I just released is called Erase Myself. So you might have to check that one out, and I'll be posting a video for that soon. So, if you want to contact me somehow on social media and send me those links, I'll try to find a way to that to see your YouTube short, and I'll try to give you some feedback on your guitar playing. But I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks so much. With that said, I'll go ahead and play Daniel's request. He requested the song "Say That It's Over." So here we go. Now, I will say, let's see, this is kind of like a medium tempo song, so definitely, so we're getting a little heavier, I don't know if this one is it's kind of weird. This one's not quite as soft as Waking Up, but at the same time, Waking Up, kind of gets heavy at the end, where this song is a bit more consistent in its tone. The bridge is a little heavy in this song, but yeah, this is kind of a medium song, I guess you'd say, But all right, this one goes out to you, Daniel. This is your request. This one's called "Say That It's Over."
Your smile so deceptive that it almost looks real. Well, it must be hard to fake what you do not really feel. You're hiding, I know it. Tell me what's on your mind. I only wish to help. Won't you let me back inside? Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Let me inside. Your face shows no reaction when I call out your name. Your presence like a ghost. You seem so far away, and you know that I love you, but the words seem to have died. I just want this to end. Please let me back inside. Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Let me inside. Don't drift your eyes just look at me when I look at you, because you must realize you're barely holding on and I'm holding tight. Would you just please try? Don't give in, you have to fight. Why won't you hear my cry? I don't wanna say goodbye. Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Say that it's over. I don't wanna hear another lie. I just wanna help you. Please won't you let me back inside?
Thank you. Again, that one was called Say That It's Over, and that song is available on Spotify and on my Bandcamp and all that stuff. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Anyone who's just joining us, don't be shy. Say hello, and yeah, if you have any more requests, go ahead and share them. Stan's got a request for Brothers to the End, so Brothers Tip the End. So they this is a song about brothers who leave good tips. So you know, I don't know, they tip all the way to the end. So no, yeah, I'll play that song in just a moment. But Daniel, how have you been, man? How's your week been? Anything cool or eventful happened lately? You know, anything coming up that you're excited about? You know, let me know. As far as things coming up to be excited about, as I mentioned earlier, yeah, spell check. Yeah, I know. I'm so excited. You know, to have my first song that I'm releasing this year in 2023. So I'm going to be releasing my song "Erase Myself." And again, I have a goal to release 8 songs this year. So far we got 1. So just 7 more to go. And technically, the song is already released, but with each song, I'm always learning, like kind of the process of how to be more efficient and how to just cover all my bases. You know, because there's more than just putting the song out there. You know, you are trying to promote it, and you're trying to get it in as many places where, you know, people can stumble across it and stuff. So it can be a little bit of an overwhelming process. And so today I was kind of making an outline for myself of like, okay, here's all the things I need to do. Here's the order that I need to do them in, you know, all that kind of stuff. So it's, you know, yeah, so technically the song is released. So if you guys want to hear the mix that I've made for it, you know, again, just wherever you like to listen to music, Spotify, you can probably find it on YouTube, to be honest. YouTube Music, you know, you can find the song and you can listen to it. And again, I should be posting my video for it. I've got a one-man band playthrough coming out of me performing the song, and that'll be posting on Monday, I believe. So definitely keep an eye out for that. This is actually probably one of my favorite songs that I've written. So I hope you guys like it too. And if you do like it, you know, please share it with someone else who you think would like it. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with how the song came out. You know, I always feel like I can do a little better, but for the most part, I'm just glad that I got it done, and I'm looking forward to taking what I've learned from this and applying it to the next one. And that's really what I'm excited about this year, is just with each release, just trying to learn from the previous one and just trying to do a better job with the next one. Even if it's just like a few little corrections, little changes, just whatever I can do to speed up the process. And so we'll see. You know, it's I don't know, but I'm excited for this year, excited to be releasing more music, and there's definitely more things I'm trying to do that are currently in development, and so I'll definitely keep you guys posted on all that stuff as it comes about. Daniel says, thanks for the tune. Last couple days have been dreadful. I've been on a jury. Oh man, got called for jury duty. Yeah. but can't talk much about it other than that, just trying to learn more songs. I don't believe I've never been called in for jury duty. I don't know if that's inevitable that it happens to everyone, or if it's just it can potentially happen. I'm pretty sure some of my siblings have been on jury duty. So far, I have not had that tragic fate upon me, but I wish you well in that. I hope it is all resolved soon and ends quickly. And yeah, sorry it's been tough, but certainly eventful, so definitely something to keep in mind. Anyone out there who's just joining us, don't be shy. Say hello. Let me know how your week's been. And for this stream, I'm kind of just playing, some requests. So any song, I should clarify, songs of mine, so if you request like someone else's song, I could try to play it, but it would just be me and my guitar. It's not going to have like a backing track. So, but yeah, if you've got a request of one of my songs, let me know. And if you haven't heard many of my songs, well, you can find them on Spotify or Apple Music, YouTube Music, Amazon Music. You can download them for free from my Bandcamp. And yeah, you can get familiar with my catalog. Man, I've almost got a full album released now. The song I just released yesterday is my 10th song. And I'm pretty happy about that. That's like almost an album. I mean, technically it could be an album, but I think 12's kind of the sweet spot for albums. And I'm looking to release a lot more, and a lot more frequently. I'm trying to kind of get a system developed where I can release songs more frequently and have a bit more consistency, so it's not like these long periods of time. I mean, the last song I released was Waking Up, and that came out, that was like back in December that I released that. So that was just a couple months ago. So I don't know. I'm really excited about it just because, it used to take me like a year to put a song out. And so the fact that last year I was able to release 4 songs is just a huge improvement over that. And yeah, and I think I can outdo that. There were things that happened last year that kind of slowed down the process of releasing those songs. And so I'm trying my best to avoid those things this year so that I can release songs more frequently and much faster. For your information, Marty Friedman will join Megadeth for the first time on stage in 23 years pretty soon in Japan. Man, can't wait to hear Tornado of Souls. That's going to be sick, dude. That is really cool. I feel like there's a few like reunion kind of things happening lately. There's the one you just mentioned. One of my favorite bands, NYXL, is actually going to be getting together for a festival. They've kind of been on hiatus for a while. I don't know if they're actually like done, but they certainly haven't put out any music since 2013. But they're getting together to play a festival. They're coming to the States, and they're going to Alabama, which is kind of a few hours away. Like, it might be too far, but I am seriously, like, tempted. Like, NYXL is one of my favorite bands, and they're from Europe, and so it's like, I don't know how often the opportunity is going to come to see them. So I'm, like, seriously, like, debating, like, should I, try to make a trip out of this? Should I try to go to Alabama for the weekend or something, or whenever it is, and catch that show? I'm not sure. Or I don't know if I'll have to miss it and just wait till they come a little closer to the East Coast. But that's happening. Flyleaf is getting together for a tour. Again, that's a show I'd like to see. I've never got to see Flyleaf live. And I don't know if they're just getting together for the tour or if they're going to be, like, putting out new music. But yeah, there's like a few different bands that are kind of like sort of reuniting or getting back together or going on tour or something like that. So kind of some exciting time for live shows and music and that kind of thing. So yeah, we shall see. But with that said, let me know. Is there anything else coming up that you guys are looking forward to? Is there a movie coming out soon? Video game being released? A new album, new music from someone? Is there anything coming up? It can be like the next week, the next month. It could just be later this year, whatever. Is there anything coming up that you are excited about? Let me know. And while you guys are commenting that, I'm going to go ahead and play Stan's request for Brothers to the End. This, I have not released this song yet, but I do plan to release this song this year. It's not the next song I'm going to work on, but I think it's think it's either song number 4 or song number 6. I can't remember. Again, I have a list. Like, I've already picked out what songs I want to release this year. And I definitely want to release, like, the songs you guys have heard, those are kind of the priority. Like, I want to go ahead and release those songs. But I'm trying to balance it. Like, I'm trying to go back and forth between new songs and songs that you have heard. So, like, for example, the next song I'm going to release is another song that you guys have heard, but the third song that I plan to release is actually going to be a completely new song, like one that I'm writing, one that you guys have not heard yet. It's not even finished yet. I still have to finish writing it. So I'm kind of going back and forth, like release one that I've already, written, and then write a completely new song. So we'll see. But that's kind of the priority right now, is just to release all the songs that I have performed for you guys. And then once those are done, I'm really excited about that, because then it's new terrain. It's like, wow, completely new songs, just totally writing new songs from that point on. So, but in the meantime, here's one you guys should be familiar with. This one's called Brothers to the End.
We're unbreakable, bonded by our passion, undeniable, brothers till the very end. Just a bunch of outcasts, only meant for slaughter. But we will overcome this if we can band together. Look into my eyes, grab a hold of my hand. Remember who we are, brothers till the very end. Remember who we are. Remember who we are. Never thought I'd be alone. Always thought I'd have a home. One by one you fell away. Color stands for digging graves. What was once inseparable has become forgettable. Brothers till the very end, stripped of all its meaning. And now it's just me. And now it's just me. Distant, pregnant, shattered pieces.
Thank you. Again, that was Brothers to the End. That was Stan's request. All right, let's see. Stan says he's looking forward to the Wolverine game on PS5. Now, is that a new Wolverine game, or is that a remake of the one that came out like back in, what was it, 2008 or something like that? 2010? Can't remember. Because there used to be a Wolverine game that was pretty sweet. It was a good game. But if it's a new one, I mean, that's probably going to be even better, you know. I don't know. So I hadn't heard of that, but that's pretty sweet. I do believe I think Hugh Jackman is planning to come back as Wolverine. I don't know if they're making any more X-Men movies or if he's just coming back for the third Deadpool movie. I think that's the plan right now or something. But that's definitely pretty sweet. For myself, it's kind of there's probably a lot of great new games coming out, and but I honestly haven't kept up with too many of the new games that are coming out. However, there is a lot of old games that I really want to play. In fact, I just finished playing through the Arkham Knight series, or sorry, you know, the Batman Arkham series. I just beat Arkham Knight, and I'm not sure what I'm going to play next. I'm trying to figure out. I really want to play some survival horror, but I'm starting to realize that as time goes on, it's getting harder and harder to get the older games like the PS1 and PS2. So I'm kind of leaning towards like prioritizing that, you know, like I might go ahead and try to get like some PS1 and PS2 games before I can never get them again. So for PS1, there's a game called Dino Crisis. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that or not, but it's made by Capcom, so the same company that made Resident Evil. And it's basically Resident Evil with dinosaurs, you know, and it's awesome. You know, it was a great game. I loved it back, you know, my friend had it, and I never owned the game, but he did, and I loved, you know, watching him play it, and it was great. So I really want to get Dino Crisis. There's only like a couple other like PS1 games I'd like to get. One game is actually might be a funny one, but there was a PS1 game. Remember, PS1 was like back in 2000, so that's when Dr. Seuss How the Grinch Stole Christmas came out, the Jim Carrey movie, and I love that movie. It's still like probably my favorite Christmas movie, and there was a PS1 game for it, and I don't know, you know, it might just be nostalgia, but I would love to get that PS1 game just to have it, you know. But that might be it. There's probably one or two that I'm forgetting, but there's just a few PS1 games I'd like to get, and then there's a lot of like great survival horror games on PS2. I don't know what it is, but that's just, I don't know. There was a lot of great games that came out. I've never played any of the Silent Hill games. I love the music from those games, and everything I've seen, like it looks like something I would really enjoy. So I've heard Silent Hill 2 is a classic, so I really want to get that game. I think there was a PS3 remake, but I don't think it was any good. I think it was like a remaster, and I think it was just poorly done. So I'd like to get just the original PS2 version. But there's some other survival horror games from the PS2 era that I would really like to get my hands on. So I'm kind of going backwards. I'm kind of, you know, looking forward to getting some older games before I get anything new. Daniel is requesting a place to call home. I got you, brother. I'll play that one for you in just a moment here. Stanley says, I love hearing your songs and then seeing your videos to go with the songs to get your vision behind it and comparing it with what I got out of the song without the help, if that makes sense. I think I know what you mean. So I guess what you're saying is like for all of us, whenever you hear a song, you know, it puts certain kind of visuals in your mind a little bit. Like, you know, it might remind you of something or make you think of something or feel a certain way. And so that's the interesting thing about music videos is seeing what the artist, you know, is seeing in their head and kind of what they are portraying with that song. I remember a lot of times when I listen to a song for the first time, I actually prefer not to watch the music video. I like to hear the song first and then watch the music video because sometimes sometimes the music video can sort of conflict with the tone that the song might give. Like sometimes I'll see a music video and not really like it, but then if I listen to the song by itself, it's like, oh, I actually quite like that. I didn't really like the tone that was conveyed in the video. Now sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes the video is like perfect. It's like, wow, that video just goes so great with that song. But it's kind of hit and miss. So sometimes I like to hear the song on its own first. Now, I will say, now, Stan, if you're talking about my music videos specifically, I am hoping to release more music videos. But again, music videos are really tough to do because you have to come up with a new concept for each video. I'm making the video by myself. And so all the songs that I'm releasing now, I have not done playthrough videos for them. So my plan is whenever I release a song, I'm going to be releasing a one-man band playthrough video. So even the new song that I'm releasing, the video that's going to be posted is just going to be a performance video. It's going to be me playing all the different instruments and singing. So it's pretty straightforward, but it still makes for a pretty entertaining video, especially because like what I like about the one-man band videos is I can always cut to the most interesting part of the song. Like when whenever a new element comes in, I can always cut to that. So it's not just like a guitar playthrough where you're just watching me play the guitar the whole time. You might see the guitar at first, but then as soon as the vocals come in, bam, we cut away to the vocals singing. And then when there's a cool drum fill, bam, we cut to the drums and we show the drum fill. And if the bass does something cool, we'll cut to the bass and show that. And so I think it helps make for a more entertaining video because you're always cutting to the most interesting part of the song. At least as best you can. So I still plan to make music videos, but they're not the priority. Like the priority right now is just to get songs released, and so I'm trying to do what I can to do that consistently. So the one-man band playthroughs are always going to happen first, but just because I release a song doesn't mean that I won't release a music video for it later. So even like the song I just released, Erase Myself, yes, I posted a playthrough video, but if I come up with a music video idea for it later, I might start working on that and then later release a music video for that song as well. So we'll see. So for the Wolverine game, it sounds like it's supposed to be new for 2023. Buddy, I don't know. But yeah, I mean new as in like, is it a completely new game or is it a remake of the original game? Because sometimes they'll remaster games, sometimes they'll completely remake them, like the Resident Evil games. They've been remaking some of those for the new games. Also, do you have a PS5, Stan? If so, that's what do you think of it so far? Let's see. Daniel says, that's the thing I used to love about watching Headbangers Ball back in the day. Yeah, I loved those channels, Headbangers, especially Headbangers Ball, but like MTV and stuff. Just like that was just such a great channel to leave on. Like when I would go on vacation or if I was at my friend's house, you would just leave that channel on, and whenever a great song or video came on, you'd watch it, and then you could just have it on in the background while you were doing something else, and then, kind of stop what you were doing to catch, like, a cool song or something. Like, oh, I like this video. Or, hey, that song sounds cool. And, it's just, yeah, definitely a cool thing, Thanks to Metallica's one video, the music and video made me want to learn guitar. That's cool, yeah. That's awesome. I don't know if I'd ever asked you. I'll ask both of you. Daniel, Stanley, I know both of you guys play guitar and wanted to learn guitar. What motivated you guys? What would you say? What would you say made you want to? And it sounds like for Daniel, it was the Metallica's One video. And that's definitely that's a good music video right there. I know Metallica was kind of resistant to the idea of music videos for a long time, and when they finally did one, like they came out with quite the banger. So it was a good one. Okay, sounds like it's supposed to be a new game and no PS5 yet. I wonder if it's only going to be on PS5 or if they'll do a PS4 version. I know they're still doing PS4 games right now, but yeah, we'll see. Cool. Well, let me go ahead. Let's see here. We're doing okay on time. Let me go ahead and play Daniel's request. Daniel requested A Place to Call Home. So we'll go ahead and play that. For anyone else who's just tuning in, don't be shy. Say hello. We're just talking about music videos. And in fact, if you guys, what are some of your favorite music videos? Let me know what some of your favorite music videos are. And if anyone else has any requests for one of my songs, just let me know and I can play it for you. In the meantime, I'm going to play my song, A Place to Call Home. This one goes out to Daniel. All right. Inside of me, concealing what I believe. The potential is obvious, but I'm too scared to set it free. Break down the walls, show me your heart. This is the place where I fall apart. You told me of a place to call home, someplace where I would not feel alone. I promised a destiny, but I won't trust what I cannot see. Some mother will tuck me in to this coffin and bury me. Break down the walls, show me your heart. This is the place where I fall apart. You told me of a place to call home, someplace where I would not feel alone. You showed me love, but I never know. You told me of a place to call home. Call home, someplace where I would not feel alone. You showed me love, but I never know. You told me of a place to call home. Thank you. Again, that song is called A Place to Call Home, and that one is released, so that one's available on Spotify and AppleMusic and all that stuff, so. All right, the Metallica's One video. Remember watching it back in 92, 93, and the moment it gets to that heavy part of them headbanging, that was when I knew I was blown away. Yeah, I could see that doing it. That's really cool, man. Stanley, I know, what inspired you to want to learn guitar? What was kind of your motivation? Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that. For me, let's see. Well, I think I kind of mentioned this earlier because Master Shonuff was asking about it. And yeah, for me, it was just getting into to skateboarding and hearing that music. That music just, was so energizing and exciting. And for me at first, it was like punk rock and 80s rock. So it was like Sum 41, AC/DC, and like, everything in that kind of terrain and stuff. Pretty much the Tony Hawk soundtracks and songs that I would hear from skate videos and stuff like that. And yeah, that's when I wanted to learn electric guitar. I actually remember I tried learning bass first, and I kind of feel bad because while this is my first guitar, my first instrument was actually a bass. My parents did get me an acoustic bass, and I was thinking I wanted a bass. I think I heard it was easier than guitar or something, so that's why I wanted to get it. I can't remember what motivated me to want to get a bass. But I remember my mindset was, I should get an acoustic bass so that I can play it anywhere. I don't have to plug it in, and which wasn't really that logical because the kind of music I wanted to play, would require an electric bass. But sure enough, they got me an acoustic bass. And I played it for a little bit, but then as soon as I learned, shortly after that, I learned the power chord. And once I learned that, guitar was just a lot more fun for me. And so that poor bass, I never really picked it back up, And so, yeah. Now, thankfully, there's definitely some things to appreciate about bass. I don't know. Bass can be pretty fun. It's for me, bass is kind of a nice change up from guitar. Sometimes at our church when we don't have someone to play bass, and it's like, I can do that. I can fill in. It's kind of fun to fill in and kind of change things up a little bit. But guitar is probably my favorite instrument to play, and then probably drums after that. Drums are a lot of fun. So, but either way, drums, guitar, bass, piano, they're all good. They're all good stuff. So that will do it. Yep. Cool. Well, Daniel, Stanley, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to hang out just a little bit longer. I'll probably do one more song, and then I think that's going to be a wrap for this stream. Thankfully, it went all right. I will be honest. I had to pull a table over here and stuff, so I don't know for sure, but I am contemplating maybe continuing to do my streams down here just because the lighting might be better. But I don't know. I don't know if you guys have a preference of that. I don't necessarily know that I'll do this angle again. Just this room, this room again has a lot of lighting in it, so it I don't know. It, might look nice. So I don't know. You'll have to let me know if you guys have a preference. If you like the change up, if you don't really care, we'll see. So, and I don't know. I'll keep it in mind, but maybe I'll do another stream down here or something like that. Not sure where I'm going to be next week. I don't know if I'll be back in the usual spot or if I'll have to do down here again, but we shall see. Just some updates for anyone tuning in and anyone who's been watching. Like I said, probably just water the plant and it'll all be good, So that's all we need down here. But yeah, so as far as what's going on with me, again, I just released a new song called "Erase Myself." In fact, I'll probably go ahead and play that. Since I released it, I actually have an updated backing track, but I have not added it to my my software yet or whatever, my project with all my backing tracks. So I still have to update it, but I do have, since I've updated the mix, I do have an updated version of the backing track, which is going to be a lot better because there's actually a very key lead guitar part in that song. You'll hear it. You'll hear it in the intro. But I don't have it in my backing track. So, so it'll definitely be a little new. But yeah, I just released, that'll probably be the song I close with, "Erase Myself." So I just released that song. That's kind of what I'm excited about. There's going to be a video coming out for that soon. After that, I'm still kind of figuring some things out. I mean, I know I'm going to be working on the next song, but still trying to I don't know if I'm just going to dive right into it. Might have to you know, make a little bit of content first to kind of post before I just start diving right into the next song. The next song is going to have some acoustic guitar in it, so that's going to be kind of interesting. I have recorded acoustic guitar before, and my brother has a Martin, so I'm actually planning to, I think I'm just going to buy him some new strings and change the strings for him, and then record with that. So kind of excited about that. But yeah, looking forward to it. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much the main thing. Just the song coming out and the video coming soon, and definitely looking forward to some other things. I'm hoping. I don't know. There's a lot of things I'm trying to get in store. Like right now, I've been streaming to YouTube for a while. I'm actually hoping that I can stream to another platform at the same time. There's a platform called Sessions Live, which is pretty much a platform designed for live streaming musicians. And so if I could stream to both YouTube and that at the same time, like that would be really great. So, so I'm hoping I can get that to work out. I don't know if it will or not. So we'll see. And then, yeah, as I've released more music, it's given me more opportunities that I didn't have before. Like when I didn't have songs before, I was making a lot of music-related content, but it wasn't really stuff related to my songs. And now that I have so many songs, now my content can be motivated by the songs. You know, I can make content to promote the songs or whatever it might be. So kind of excited for what's to come. But anyway. If any of you have any last questions or comments or suggestions, ideas, or things like that, you know, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and play one last song for you guys, and then I think that's going to be a wrap on the stream. So this is the new song that I've released. And yeah, the song is called Erase Myself. So after I play it for you, and again, even what I'm going to play for you right now is probably not going to sound exactly like the release, because the mix has been updated, and there's a lead guitar part in there that is not in what you're about to hear. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. So that song is available on Spotify. You can download it for free from my Bandcamp. You can probably find it on YouTube Music, and I will be releasing a video for it very soon. So this one's called Erase Myself. Don't pull your punches, and I'll brace myself for all this pain. Erase myself and start again. Grab a hold of me and throw me in the deep end. Show me the flame that burns inside of me, and I'll brace myself for all this pain. Erase myself and start again, and I'll face myself with honesty. Erase
start again. Yeah, yeah. I can't remain without the refiner. It's time to change what used to define me. Resist the pain. I have to keep fighting. Ignite the flame that's deep down inside me. It hurts at first, but worth all the pain to see myself and not be ashamed. It hurts at first, but worth all the pain to see myself and not be ashamed. And I'll brace myself for all this pain. Erase myself and start again. And I'll face myself with honesty. Erase myself. Start again.
Thank you. Again, that song's called Erase Myself, and that one is available now. Although I do have to clarify, I was actually wrong about that intro. For some reason, I thought I did not have the lead guitar in there, but yes, if you listen, let's see. Yeah, right when it kicks in, if you listen to the other guitar. I didn't realize I had that, I thought my version didn't. But my version will be an updated mix, so it'll sound a little better than what you just heard. But yeah, that is Erase Myself. That one is available now. And, definitely, again, I'm just trying to get more exposure, just trying to build an audience. And so, when the song is out, definitely share it with anyone that you think might like it, especially when the video comes. You might share the video so other people can see it. I would definitely appreciate that. Yes, the pick slide. Yep, that one. Yeah, that's kind of, the song, it starts with a pick slide. And when I come up with these arrangements, again, I'm performing by myself. So it's kind of, I'm trying to pick like what's going to be most entertaining, but also what I can pull off live. So like obviously I need to play all the solos and stuff. That'd be so lame if I just play the rhythm and let the backing track play the solo. So yeah, so I got to play the solo. But sometimes during certain singing sections, maybe there's a cool lead part, but I can't play it and sing at the same time, so I play the rhythm. But anything like that, if there's a pick slide, it's like, okay, that's something I can kind of do just to be a little more entertaining. And I don't know. I tried out. I don't know how I came up with it, but somehow I kind of tried out like holding up the guitar, and it just kind of worked. It was kind of cool. And I was like, all right, And so, and it was definitely something that Stanley was there at the Skate Nelson event, and I did it live, and I think like even my a friend of ours was there, and like she was so nice to just get some footage of the event for me, and let's see, like the moment I did the pick slide, like she got the camera out, so that's kind of a good sign that it's something like it's kind of an attention getter, just sort of something like, hey, what's that guy doing, so that's the whole point, just to kind of get people's attention and say like kind of build some anticipation for what's to come and stuff. So yeah, but anyway, guys, anyone watching now or watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you so much. If you'd like to support me, there is a link in the description to a virtual tip jar, and I certainly appreciate anything you can do, so that way I can, keep doing this, keep bringing you songs. I would like to make a living from this, and so I definitely appreciate your support. If you don't have the financial means to support me, my biggest goal right now is building an audience, so you can help me do that by sharing my music, sharing my songs, inviting people to the streams, subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, and signing up for my email list. I'll have a link that you can check out to sign up for my email list. That way I can notify you whenever I'm releasing a new song, whenever I'm going live, and upcoming events and things like that. So just to stay in the know, and just so I can contact you and keep you posted, signing up for my email list is the best thing you can do. So guys, thank you so much. Again, I appreciate all of you. I hope you have a great evening or morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Until next time.